Hello everyone, this is Somojit and I am back with my third video, and in this video, as per the title, I'll be talking about time management and how and why you need to manage your time properly so that in the 24 hours you have in a day you can do as much productive work as possible. See, time management is a very personal thing and it differs from one person to another, but in this video I'll be sharing my way of managing my time, which may help you all to a certain extent. So yeah, let's start. So the first thing you need to know about managing your time is that why you need to manage your time properly. So I'll explain this with a small example. Okay, like two people are given 1 kilo of apple each and each kilo apple costs 70 rupees, and a person comes to them and says that you need to sell those 1 kilo of apples and gain in any form possible and gain the highest amount of money. So what one guy does is he takes those 1 kilo of apples and then he sells them for 100 rupees. So now he has a profit of 30 rupees, right? 100 minus 70. But what the other guy does is he cuts those apples, makes juice out of it, and then he sells those 1 kilo of apples into 300 ml of juice, which gains him 300 rupees. Now he has 230 rupees as profits. So what does this say is that everybody in the world, the richest person in the world, the best student in the world, everybody has 24 hours in his day. Okay, so that's not going to change, but the result depends on how you use the time, right? The one who is successful uses his time at the most efficient way possible to do much work in less time. So how do you do it? The first thing I of course need to talk about is your sleep schedule, and so it leads to how many hours of activity per day. So I'm considering that you sleep for 9 hours, 10 hours a day, so that leaves to 14 hours of activity. So I'll tell that the sleep schedule may differ from person to person. Well, I'm talking about my personal thing, that I sleep at 11 p.m. and wake up at 9. So basically that's 10 hours of sleep. So in the rest 14 hours, which might differ from person to person, that is what I am taking as the basic thing for managing your time. So out of this 14 or 15 hours that you have, you need to do one basic thing, right? So first thing you need to do to manage your time properly is divide your tasks throughout the day into 3 categories, right? First will be basic category, second is your priority, and third is non-priority or not important work. So in the basic thing, which is common to all, like grooming, brushing your teeth, like having lunch, having dinner, so all those things which are basic to you, which is required for every day, so you put in that basic thing, which according to what I measured, should not exceed 2 hours a day. So that leaves us with 12 hours of proper activity for our other tasks rather than basic ones. Okay, so for all of us who are students and studying, of course, I don't see any priority work except studying and learning, right? So out of those 12 hours, you need to spread the 12 hours into a ratio of 3:2. That means for every 3 hours of studying, you can have 2 hours of break and like enjoying yourself from like in games or music or something that you do, but extra rather than studying. So out of those 12 hours, it roughly comes to that you should study for 7 hours a day and play or do other things 5 hours a day, right? So that should be your mentality. 3:2 ratio of things which are important and which are not important. So now that we have divided our total activity time into our studies and doing other things, so how and when shall we put our study hours in? See, everybody has their favorite part of the day when they are the most fresh, or they learn quickly, or they are very like they can concentrate well, right? So that part of the day may be morning to afternoon, like from early morning, like from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. maybe. So for some it may be in the night. Okay, so like for me personally, the time of the day where I'm most active and energetic is afternoon, after lunch till like evening 8-9 p.m. So that is the time I mainly do my learning and all. So you need to find that 6 to 7 hour period which is the most comfortable in your 24-hour day, and try to do all of your important work in that period. That also means that you should not do unimportant works like gaming or social media or watching YouTube or a movie in that period of time. Okay. So after we are done with selecting our favorite part of the day and after we have started studying, so one thing that you should keep in mind is you should not take a lot of breaks, or after studying 1 hour you feel like I should take a break, I am tired and all, like if I keep studying I won't be able to understand. Okay, so that is very bad for our brain, because if in the energetic part of the day, if you try to do things which amuse you a lot, like watching cricket or playing something, if you do that in the energetic part of the day, you will not feel that you are going in, but your mind will have a lot of effect in that part, and soon you will be finding yourself not studying, and for 1.5 hours which was supposed to be a 10-minute break, you are keeping on playing or doing that thing which you don't want to do. So the main point is, while you study, don't take breaks. Like study for 3 to 4 hours straight, and only when you feel like you cannot do, don't let your mind tell you that no, if I study now I won't be able to understand anything. Don't let the mind tell you, let your body tell you that yeah, this is enough for now. Okay, so in the good part of the day, in the most energetic part of the day, don't do those things which are not important to you. Last point which I said also sums up to that: don't split your important work into many parts. Like 6 hours of study, don't spread it into 1 hour plus 1 hour, 1 hour and then a break, again 1 hour. Don't spread it like that. Try to do it like continuously for 4 hours and then 2 hours, or at least 3 or 3. Don't put more than one break between it, because the more number of breaks you take, the lesser will be your interest to start studying again with the same interest. Now I will tell you that if you guys are in like class 11th or 10th or 9th, to what extent you may study. It need not be exceeded over like 6 hours a day for normal days except exams. I guess that is enough for everyone. Those who are scoring well, those who are scoring bad, 6 hours of okay studying according to the schedule I told, it is like really effective. Okay, so basically that was all about how you should manage your time, and yeah, exactly, it's not that big and not tough of a job, and that is what what I told till now, that is enough. Nothing else is required, like what those big YouTube channel tell, like do this, do that, half an hour this, half an hour, then a break, then 50 minutes. All those, they give those all scientific excuses that more than 40 minutes of studying is bad for health. So nothing is like that. Your time management is very personal. All you can do from those videos is you can learn new tips, new things about how time works, how your body works, but nobody in the world has been able to do the same level of job with somebody else who has the same timetable. It is not possible for everybody in the world to have the same timetable, fine? So better look into these kind of videos who talk about how to study or how to manage your time better as learning experiences, rather than just watching them and trying to apply. This is not the correct thing to do. It is very personal. So after all these, I would like to tell you about two important mistakes which are very important. Okay, so after all this time you have been watching this video, these two mistakes are probably like the biggest rivals which can prevent you from managing your time properly. So first is whatever schedule you are following and what schedule you gonna follow after this video, if you do it, don't change your schedule drastically. Fine, if you are studying for 3 hours a day, don't try to go for 6 hours a day from the next day. Change it very slowly. Fine, if you are studying for 2 hours a day, you keep on increasing it for a month, like 2 hours, then after 7 days, for 7 days you try to go for 2 hours straight, then you go for 2.5, and then 3, then 3.5, then 4. Don't change your schedule drastically. That is the biggest mistake you can make. If you change your schedule drastically from what is happening right now and what you are thinking for the next day, I'll tell you, this is just a waste of time of watching this video till now. Fine. The second big mistake is that don't make timetables or schedules just for the sake of making them and pasting it on the wall or your study table, right? Make schedules which are okay to you. Not, you are not going to show it to your mom or dad. See that I wrote here in my schedule that I'll be studying for 10 hours a day. It is not that schedule, it needs to be shown to other people. It is the thing you keep in front of yourself to tell you that these are the things to be done. Fine. So it is a very personal thing, and as I told you, do not change this drastically just to show off or just to keep it pasted. Try to keep it very logical to what you are doing right now. Okay, but changing something like a time schedule or anything like hours of study or keeping distractions or things you love to do less, it's very hard to do them. But it becomes, honestly, it's not very hard, but it becomes hard when you try to do it at a sudden. You need to gradually do it. Fine. So that's all, I guess. I guess that's all. This video was not at all that very energetic as the previous two videos, but what I felt was that I guess if you guys understood what I tried to say, although I was trying to explain it very hard, but I did my best. I tried my best to explain. So if you guys understood what I am telling, I guess some of the things that I told may help you to understand, like taking breaks and all, which is very wrong. Although they say scientifically it's correct, but it's not. Okay, those things, and how and which part of the day you should study. These are the questions that you did not may have asked till now, but now you have done after this video. I hope so. So if you guys have any problem about this, like if you have any queries, I guess you will have a lot, because this video is not very properly explained. So surely ask me, fine, because nothing else, like not a lot of things have been covered. And as we reach the end of this video right now, I will also put a short 10-second photo having all the bullet points that I talked about, so that it helps. Fine. So yeah, bye guys, see you in the next video. And next video I'm thinking about doing a part 2 of how to quit your bad habits, and or how to manage your study schedule, which is a bit part of your whole time management, which is the proper way to study, for how many hours, long hours or short breaks or something like that. So do tell me which one shall I make first, part 2 on quit your bad habits, or part 1 of how to study properly in the stipulated time. Bye. Mind, instead of putting the photo, I will just sum up what I said throughout the video. Out of the 14 or 15 hours on an average that when we don't sleep, divide those hours into a ratio of 3:2. The bigger part goes for the things which you want to do, which are important, like studying or learning a new skill or something, and the smaller part, the 3:2, the second part, goes to the things which you do for entertainment, like playing games or watching a movie or watching IPL. Okay, so that comes to like 6 to 7 hours of study per day, and try to do most of the important work in the part of the day where you are most energetic and you have more amount of concentration. It may be in the morning for a morning person, or it may be late night for a night person. Okay, and the another point is when you start doing something important like studying, don't take a lot of breaks. Basically, don't take breaks until your body is too much tired to do that job, because the more you take breaks, the less focus your brain will have when you sit down after the break. The two mistakes that most of the people do after watching time management videos is that they watch the video and make a drastic change in their schedule and take what they have seen in the video and try to implement it right away. Don't do that. Take a month to reach that level. Okay. And the second mistake is that don't make timetables for the sake of showing them off or pasting it on your wall. Do it very logically. Think, have some time that yes, I can follow this very comfortably, and then start doing it, and slowly increase the hours for doing important work and decrease the hours for doing entertainment work. So that's it. Bye. Yeah.